I am sweating and I smell, but it is worth it because this sweater is very cute. And I paid 25 bucks for it from some girl on Depop. So I'm wearing it. Let's go, bitch. Hello, it's me, Jimmy, and it has been a very long time since we've spoken. So let's catch up. I'll let you know where I went, how I've been, and where you can find me, and what I've got coming up, if anything. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Spoiler, by the way, the answer to most of those is Twitch. So check the link in the description for that if you're impatient. But you should stick around because I've got a lot to say. And I wrote it all down, and I'm probably going to read a lot of it because it's a lot easier for me to remember everything, because it has been a very long 2.5 years for my brain. And honestly, it doesn't even feel like 2.5 years. It feels like I just posted my, Sun and Moon video? But no, I didn't. I posted that a long time ago. So yeah, it's been 2.5 years since my last video, and that was not the plan, I assure you. It was not my intention. I was working on things, but again, I'll get to that. And a lot has changed. My room is red, which is nice. I have earrings, which these aren't even new. I got these in March of 2017, and it was the best impulse decision I've ever made. Like, look at these. Oh my god, they actually, I look good right now. Wow. Category is glamour goblin. Who are you wearing? What are you serving today? Metal Doritos. I'm still the same old me, except no, I'm not. I am now medicated and motivated to live my life. And it was not the case for a very long time. I was not motivated to live my life. I was debilitated and sleeping in this bed. Not this exact bed. I actually got a bigger bed. But imagine this bed, but a twin, not a full. I was in it and crying. The main reason I'm making this video is to sort of get back on my feet again after several years of depression and anxiety. You know the drill. We all got it. It's a time. We're living in a society. We're all sad. We're all in this together. And if anyone wants some serotonin, I've got some to spare. But please give it back because I do need it. The main reason I want to make this video is to plug my Twitch, first and foremost, just gonna be honest, because that's what I'm doing now. That's what I've been up to, and it's very important to me, and I want it to grow, and people ask me where I've been, what are you doing? Well, that's what I'm doing, and I'm sorry I didn't let you know, but I kind of did, but not entirely, because I didn't want to make an update video, but I am now, so I'm doing it. Whatever. I was always in the mindset of, like, update videos are stupid. Like, why are you making an update video when you could just be making an actual video? But, you know, sometimes you need to make an update video because you can't make an actual video. Your brain is a mush. It's ball mush, and it hates you. And the most you could do is talk into a webcam. This is a new webcam, by the way. I bought it yesterday, and I was actually recognized at the store. Thank you, Gilbert, for saying hello. You were very nice, and you told me I was a good person, and it's nice to hear that. So thank you, Gilbert. I hope I didn't smell. It was very humid, and I was sweating. I mentioned in some of my final videos, which sounds so ominous. Very strange choice of words. But I mentioned in some of the last videos that I had posted that I was streaming, and that started in, like, February of 2016 is when I started streaming, and I took a little bit of a break. I was doing it pretty consistently 2016 through 2017 until I had the first of many severe, complete, and utter mental collapses. My brain said, I'm out. Goodbye. Like, it was like, ooh. I had moved out too. I was paying rent, and I lived in a bedroom without windows in the Upper West Side of Manhattan. It was really cool, but also horrible because I didn't have windows. The apartment was also haunted. I will not talk about that. That is a story for another time. If you're sad, if you've got depression, sometimes you need sunlight. I also found out I was dangerously vitamin D deficient. I think the normal level, the lowest you could be is like 33, and my doctor told me that I was rocking a solid 11. So I got put on a lot of vitamin D as well. But yeah, if you're sad, maybe get some sunlight. Don't live for 3.5 months in a bedroom without windows. I literally did not know what time of day it was unless I looked at my phone. And that's not okay. You should not have to Google the weather. You should be able to look at your window and know what it's like outside. Earlier this year, when I started feeling better, I came back to Twitch and slowly but surely upgraded my equipment again once I was able to start affording things. I have an amazing new computer. I love her. I don't know a name for her yet. I got her a few weeks ago, and I'm kind of nervous because I heard you're not supposed to name them because once you name them, they die. I don't know why. That's just like a superstition I've had, and I don't want to name her, but also like she's big and beautiful, and I love her, and she changes colors. I can't show you, but I have a remote, and she changes colors. Where is it? I can't find it. Just trust me on that. And yeah, I've basically just been streaming every day, give or take a day or two here and there. I take a day off, but I stream every day, and it's the coolest thing ever. It makes me feel so good about myself. I have found such a confidence that I didn't have from doing YouTube through Twitch because, oh, also Bailey's still here. She's still around, surprisingly. She's 13 and she has so much energy, knock on wood. She's had so many UTIs because she loves to eat dirt and stuff off the ground, garbage. It's her favorite food. Mud. She loves it. I've also made lifelong friendships. Some of my best friends are people that I've met because of my Twitch. And that is just the coolest thing because on Twitch, I'm being myself. You can't script yourself. You can't manicure yourself unless you're the best actor, which I'm not yet. Wait a couple more years. I'll be walking down that Oscar road, getting a trophy. But if you're doing hours of streaming, you just can't hide parts of yourself. And when I was doing YouTube, there were so many, I tried to change myself in ways or fine-tune myself because I was afraid of people making fun of me for the way I sound or the way I act or being too this or being too that. It's just like, who cares? On Twitch, it was just like nobody cared because I was just being myself, and it was so freeing and so exciting, and I feel so happy, and it feels so good to just have fun and be silly and be a goof. It is fun to be a goofball. Don't take yourself so seriously. The only thing you should take seriously is your health. That's important. I couldn't think of anything because I don't take anything very seriously other than that, I guess. I say that after having Uber Eats McDonald's for breakfast this morning. I take my health very seriously. I get all the food groups. Grease, salt, coffee, Coca-Cola. This is a caramel iced latte. It's very good. It's a little too sweet. I prefer Dunkin' Donuts, but hey, you get what you can get. The fact that there are countless names that I recognize from my Twitch chat that I have seen almost every day or every stream when I wasn't streaming daily for the last 3 years, it's crazy to me. I also found out the other day that there was one person in my stream chat that told me they were watching me since they were 7 years old on one of my ancient relic YouTube channels long before anything I'm doing currently. They were 7 years old. They are now 18 years old. What the hell? So it's very nice to have stuff like that to remind me that, wow, people do care. Someone watched me literally from when they were 7 years old. Some of my only memories of being a child started at 7. Like, that's like when I finally became a little bit sentient. The only other thing I remember was being like 3 years old and sticking a penny in an outlet on the wall because I was just like, it's like a piggy bank. It'll fit. And then I got electrocuted. That's crazy to me. So it's very nice to have little reminders like that, or just to have people to talk to. We have a ton of really cool discussions, and with YouTube for the longest time, and even now, I'm still a little bit nervous to be posting something and just talking because I'm so not used to allowing myself to be myself fully. Because from the very beginning, when I first started, I had somebody leave me a comment on one of my oldest videos. Back when I first started doing YouTube videos, I attempted to do comedic stuff, and I was 14, 15 years old, so I will say that my comedy muscles were not as flexed, were not as toned as they may be now. But you know, I was trying my best, and I remember I got a comment from one person that was just like, "You're not funny, stop trying." And then I did. I stopped trying for like 3 years, where my videos just became glorified PowerPoint presentations, and they were so boring. And I'm very grateful, and that if you like them, I obviously they helped me continue growing my YouTube channel if you like them, but I literally can't even look at them. I can't even watch them. I don't even like looking at the thumbnails. It's horrible. And because I was just not allowing myself to be myself. And towards the end of when I was making videos in like 2015, I started to just let myself try to be funny again. Again, keyword try, because I was still holding myself back, and now I just don't care. Like, you know what? Fine. You don't think I'm funny? That's fine. That's okay. I think I'm funny. My friends think I'm funny. My family thinks I'm funny. That's all that matters to me. So I don't really care. That's that. Comedy subjective, humor subjective, whatever. But that is a mindset that I only got recently, because I started taking medication and being in therapy, and honestly taking a break from YouTube, letting myself find out who I am outside of a comment section, because I spent so much time reading comments and internalizing things they would say. I'm not going to say this one because it is like still, it's not exactly an insecurity for me anymore, because I've realized just how completely irrational and weirdly specific, I've almost found it funny, this comment was. But it was a comment about my appearance that was so pointed that I had never heard it in my life, and then for the next 4 years, every time I would look in a mirror, it played in my head. And I can laugh at it now because it doesn't do that anymore, because my OCD is far more under control now that I have gone through therapy and everything. But let me tell you, a year ago, ooh, I called many a hotline about things like that, because I just could not get those thoughts out of my head, and it was rough. And if I'm feeling that way, I'm not gonna put myself out there on YouTube. That would be destructive, to say the least. So I would like to ask you to end this segment of this chaotic mess of a update video to please join me and my amazing chat full of some of the funniest people I've ever encountered on the internet. I laugh until my cheeks hurt on a daily basis. Please join us. It's fun. We're going to have a crazy couple months coming up. October, I'm going to be playing a ton of horror games, and if my stream of Until Dawn from a few months ago was any indication of how it'll go. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Ah! Bitch, what is that? What is that? Oh, bitch. Oh, you need to moisturize. Yeah. Oh my fucking god. I think it's gonna be a very good time. And also, if I get to 1,000 subs, I'm at about like 400 right now. I'm gonna purchase PlayStation VR and Resident Evil 7. I'm only making that my sub goal because A, I'm kind of scared, and B, I literally need 1,000 subs to afford all of that. So that's why it's a stretch goal kind of thing. I will play Resident Evil 7 in VR on stream for all of you. So if you would like to watch me urinate and cry live on the internet, go subscribe to me. I'll of course also be streaming Pokemon Sword and Shield when those come out. I'll be starting a stream at midnight when they drop, and that'll be for the first time I'm streaming my first playthrough of a new Pokemon game, so that'll be really cool. And of course, Animal Crossing New Horizons as well. I am very ready for that. Nintendo, please give me my crack. Put the crack in my hand. I want it. Thank you. I also have 20 incredible emotes that I am now putting over the screen right now, designed by myself and my friend Mel, which I alone think are worth the subscription price. They're very beautiful. I love pixel art, so it's cool to have like pixel art that is unique to my streams. And I don't know, it's a really cool feeling, and they all look great, and you should subscribe for them. I'm just gonna say it. They're great. Buy them. I'm very proud of my Twitch channel. I've put a lot of work into it over the years, and I really hope you join me on there. And also, I heard they're doing billboards now for streamers, and I want one. I don't need it for, like, the fame. I want it so I can put it on Facebook and let all the people know that I am doing something despite the fact that I didn't go to college, because I'll run into people that I haven't seen in 6 years, and the first thing they ask me is how my sister's doing, because she goes to college and they know what to talk about. So I want something for people to say to me when they run into me at the grocery store. Oh my god, you have a billboard? Yes, I do. Also, Ninja is on Mixer now, so the throne is open, and honey, this king wants his crown. The throne is free. That's what Game of Thrones is about, right? They fight for a throne. It's made of swords, which looks painful. I've never seen that show. So now, for the not fun stuff. You ever just sit on your sink like a gargoyle, staring an inch away from the mirror, and spend an hour dissociating, discussing things with yourself about your face that you don't like? You ever do that? Because that's what I did. A lot. I spent 2 years, basically, in this bed, avoiding my depressive thoughts about a number of things, and when that stopped working and I started having panic attacks, not just when I was awake, but also in my sleep, I started taking medications. And this is not a you should take medications or you shouldn't take medications video, because it's a very personal decision, and it was one that I took a very long time to think about. And also, I frankly don't even really care what anybody has to say. I take medication, and it saved my life, and that's all I'll say. And I was in a very, very dark place, and I don't think I could have come out of that if it wasn't for medication. I did not take medication alone. I was in therapy for an entire year. I spent months in therapy before I started taking medication, and I needed to start it, and to be able to actually get myself to a functioning level that I could put the things in practice that I was learning in therapy to try and get better. And it was an amazing decision, and I'm still taking them a year later. I'm almost at a full year on them. And if you're curious, I take Zoloft because it helps with my depression, anxiety, and OCD, because I had a lot of body dysmorphia, which is a fixation, so it manifests as OCD, so I've been told by Google and my doctor. And yeah, I've had a very rough life. I haven't talked about it. I'm not trying to like pity myself, just being objective, and I've had a really rough life. And as someone already prone to anxiety and self-esteem issues, going through your teenage years in front of any semblance of a platform on the internet, no matter how big or small, you could have 2 followers on Instagram and one of them could be your school bully. That is still tough to grow up on, and I don't think people are talking about that enough. Can't even imagine what it's like to have like millions of followers or be a child like television star. Can't even. If I can't even handle someone not liking my Sonic videos, I don't even know what I could do if I was on like Disney Channel, or I don't even know, an Instagram baddie. Like, I don't even know what I'd be doing right now. I hated myself, and after writing journal after journal, some with really adorable stickers on them, which was such a contrast to the dark things I would write in them. I would just write pages and pages. I basically just wrote novels about how much I hated myself, and that's not good. And I still journal, but it's gone back to being more of a writing about my day, and so I remember the fun things I did instead of I'm ugly, I'm ugly, I'm ugly, I'm ugly, I'm ugly, I'm ugly. Like, not good. One day I may read them again to see, but I don't think that would be a good idea for now. One of the things I convinced myself, which I'm telling you this because it's one of those things that I've been able to remind myself is objectively not true. I convinced myself with my body dysmorphia that I had a cartoonishly large head. On stream recently, I described it as, remember that episode of Wizards of Waverly Place when Alex takes both of the love potions by accident, and then she starts getting an inflated head because she's an airhead and she's like falling in love with herself. She's getting a big head. The first time her head like puffs up and it's like normal-ish but like slightly large, that's what I imagined I was walking around with every day, which is just not true. Like, when I put on a hat, I usually have it on one of the tightest settings, and when I've borrowed friends' hats, I've had to tighten them. So I don't have a large head. I have a normal sized head. I asked my doctor about it. She said, yeah, it's normal. I did ask her why I have like a slight like lump behind my ear. I was just like, is this like a lymph node or what? And she goes, sometimes our heads are just not symmetrical. And I was just like, what are you trying to say? Regardless, I have a normal head. What a weird, what is this video? But that was just one of the things that I would convince myself. Every mirror, every storefront window, and car door was like a funhouse mirror. Car doors are actually like funhouse mirrors, but you get what I'm trying to say. I felt like I wasn't even looking at myself. I felt like I was not human. It was so bizarre, and I don't feel that way anymore. There are times where, like, yeah, everybody has days where they're just like, wow, I am a personified French fry. Like, ew. Like, would you like some grease for your pizza? I've got plenty to spare. So you can imagine that with a mindset like that, we're going to the store to just buy groceries was completely impossible for me to do without having an anxiety attack. Maybe uploading a YouTube video to 200,000 people to potentially see, not the best idea. Not only was I struggling with my self-esteem, clearly, on the outside, I was also struggling with my confidence in my abilities as a YouTuber and an entertainer, I guess, and a creative person in general. Like, I didn't think I was going to go anywhere in life, despite the fact that I've already kind of gone somewhere. Like, you know, I'm in the middle of going to a place, I would say, in my career. I'd like to continue going forward. I have aspirations. I'd like to voice act. I'd like to do improv, acting, comedy stuff. I don't know. Now that I have the confidence to actually, like, feel like I could go to a class and not humiliate myself, which I don't know why, side note, I don't know why I'm so afraid to go take a class. The idea of taking a class is you're probably not knowledgeable of the things you want to learn, but I am the kind of person where I can't go into a thing without having some sort of an ability. I think that comes from being forced to play sports despite being horrendously uncoordinated. As a child, I wasn't always sleeping and dissociating in front of car doors on the sidewalk. I was also, in the 2 to 3 weeks I would get in between my 4-month-long depressive episodes where I felt okay, I would work on videos. But I scrapped so many of them because I was just like, nobody's gonna like this. Which is, again, that's objectively not true. Like, the odds of someone liking it are in my favor, but you're not gonna convince my brain that. That's just not true. Like, where are the facts? Do you have receipts? Oh, you have receipts? It's called Social Blade, that people were interested in this, would be interested in this. I don't believe it. That's fake. I had a video that I was working on from October 2016 to July 2018. And it was in those handful of weeks every couple months when I would feel okay. And I had like 17 minutes of it done. It was a really long video. I was almost done talking about the game. It was on like a Scooby-Doo game. I'm not going to say too much because if I ever finish it, I like to have the stuff be a surprise. But yeah, my Mac that I was working on, because I like to edit with Final Cut, there was a power surge in the middle of the day randomly, and it just, boop, fried the computer. And I still have the files, thankfully. I backed them up twice, and I don't even think the hard drive is actually the problem in the computer, because I've been able to boot it in safe mode just to like see that the files are all there. I don't know what the problem is, but I also can't afford to go get it fixed. And it's not really been my priority the last couple months as well, because my priority has been my mental health and then streaming. I don't know if I'll ever finish that video. I don't want to hype it up or anything. And even if I did, it's been so long since I worked on it that I probably want to go back and change so much of it. So I don't know. YouTube, it's going to be weird. I don't really know exactly what I want to do with it. I kind of just want to take it easy, because that was really fun when I first started making videos, just taking it easy and making stuff one day, and then at the end of the day, like, I would just make a video because I was bored, and then I posted at the end of the day. That was how I looked at it. And then it became this thing where, like, I don't know, I feel like I was taking it really seriously, and it started to be like people who watched YouTube videos also took YouTube videos way too seriously, and I don't want to do that. It's stressful and dumb. I'm a baby making videos in is YouTube room. This is my YouTube room. It's also my bedroom. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyone who has ever posted anything online before, whether it be a photo or a video or a song, you've probably gotten a comment before that was not very nice. And I would get them, not a lot. I didn't get like bombarded, but I did have a couple videos, I'm sure you know the ones, that did not get the best reactions. And I actually, the other day I had a nightmare that I was on a date with a really cute guy, and in the middle of the day he started yelling at me about Yokai Watch, which is funny to me. It's just very funny. Also, the new one does look cool. I want to try it. Maybe I'll stream it. Anyway, when you hate yourself like I did, and to the level that I did, the last thing you need is strangers online reinforcing your worst fears. I can now blow things off a lot better, but back then I took things very seriously. That's the theme of the day. I took things very personally. I internalized them. They became intrusive thoughts for me. And now I know, like, it's more just about their personal struggle, and there's a weird disconnect with the internet and whatever. Everybody says it. Don't read the comments. I liked reading the comments because when I first started, it was pretty much all positive. And then, you know, as things tend to grow, you attract people who may not like you. Point is, I would see comments and I would believe the negative ones because I would also want to believe the positive ones. And I had this weird mindset where you have to believe them both, even though, no, you don't. You can just not believe them. You could just tell yourself they're not true. Like, you just got to believe in yourself, but that takes a lot of work, and I'm not always the best at that. But I also convinced myself, like, these people are not my friends. They don't know me. They don't have anything to lose by telling me the truth. So they must be telling the truth. I must be a Keebler elf boy. As I near the 1-year anniversary of leaving my quesadilla unattended at Applebee's to go cry in the parking lot about how ugly I am, I'm excited to no longer feel that way as much and be almost 100% back to doing what I love most, which is talking to myself for the internet. I don't know what the future holds exactly for my channel, to be honest, but I'm kind of excited to not know because I can just figure it out as I go along. It'll kind of feel like I'm starting over again. That'll be kind of cool. And it also is probably a great thing that I'm just ripping the Band-Aid off and relieving the pressure of, if I come back, it's got to be something great. Like, it's got to be important. It's got to be worth all this time. Like, now that I have something, the next thing can be whatever. Like, whatever, it's fine. So that's kind of nice. And I'm sure I'll be talking about video games because they're my favorite thing in the world. Someone has to talk about Style Savvy, and it's gonna be me. I also kind of want to do some vlog stuff, I think. I've really gotten more into things like photography and fashion, as you could tell by this beautiful sweater. But yeah, I've been discovering other interests and passions of mine in the months away from doing videos. You could check them out on my Instagram. Actually very proud of the stuff I posted on there. I do a lot of Polaroid and film photography on there. Mostly Polaroid, but I'm starting to do a bit more film, so check that out if you want. It's just Jimmy Whetzel. There's a link in the description. One of the reasons why I would like to do some vlog type stuff is I'm going to be going to Italy in a few weeks. I've never been outside of the country or outside of the US besides Canada, which is so close, and the Bahamas, which was ages ago. So I'm very excited, and I'd love to put together something that's almost like a home movie, even if it's just for myself. So I think that'll be cool. And yeah, I guess I just want to end this now because I'm sweating and I want to go turn the air conditioner on and not have it ruin the recording anymore. And yeah, I just want to say thank you because I know it's been a very long time, and I'm not going to apologize because I'm actually very proud of myself for taking some time away. I do feel bad, but I'm not sorry because I missed doing YouTube videos too. I have been thinking about coming back for a couple months now, and even when I was gone, I missed it, but I knew it was not the best idea to come back. It was just not the right time. But I hope that even if I'm an irrelevant hack, I'm now an irrelevant hack with functioning serotonin levels, and that is all I could ever ask for. Now to close this, here are some Twitch highlights from the last few months that I think give a good idea of the antics that ensue on twitch.tv/Jimmy Whetzel. Subscribe today. I low-key want to cut my hair super short, but the only problem is that I've been diagnosed with ugly head. Me! Is it serious? Doctor, what did the results say? It says here, you have big stupid head. It's terminal. No! Are you sure there's no cure? I'm sorry to say this, but you are clinically hideous. Buster may be powerful, but he's nowhere near as powerful as DW. I love that, like, some of these rankings is like, which one do I like the most? This one is completely based on power level. This is a power level tier list right here. They gave Zelda short hair. They know what the lesbians want. Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube tutorial. It's your boy, Halo Master 77. The ruins. I always imagine, like, what if Toriel had, like, a tick where she, like, makes goat noises? Like, I am Toriel, caretaker of the ruins. Thank you. I love making fun of games, even though I... What the fuck is this? Clock simulator. What the fuck is this? I am the clock. Jimmy, you speak Italian. Why didn't you teach her? Bippity boppity boo, ciao. I love pizza and wine and the Pope. Excuse me. Excuse me. Did you mean me? Yeah, you, come here. Okay. Thank you for watching, and have a good one. I missed you all. I love you all. Thank you so much for sticking with me. And even if you didn't, that's fine. I mean, this channel was a ghost town, so it makes sense if you forgot about me. But, like, if you didn't, I love you. Bye!